Hello Capricorn, this one is for you. It's from Tarot Lumination. It's for your April 2019 mini generic love and relationship report. You know the routine. If you've been here before, watch for your sun, moon, and rising. It is a convention that works actually quite well. One of those will resonate more vividly than the others, okay? Especially if each one's different. Not everyone's built that way, okay? Cards are well shuffled in advance, but I like to go to the last second so that you guys are a witness, okay? No jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. Sorry about that. Just how it is right here on this channel right now. Before we get into it, let's just take a moment. I want to show you, if you guys have never been here before, this is how we do it on Tarot Lumination. If you've been here before, you can just fast forward to the cards, all right? So we're using the Tarot Lumination Crucible spread. It's only understanding that, there's more than just you and the other, okay? There's you, there's the other, there's deep inside of you, deep inside of the other, and to the very core itself, the relationship. And the relationship has its own life, identity, energy, storyline, meaning, and purpose, all of its own. And you guys own it, okay? So it grows. It's like a little garden. It's like a little plant. It grows. It creates energy. So this whole thing transmits and receives energy, transmits out to the world and receives from the heavens, okay? The planets, whatever you want, your environment, circumstance. The crucible itself is a bowl type structure, which is what I use to envision the relationship. And a crucible is ideally a bowl type structure like they have in laboratories that is designed to withstand intense alchemical reactions that happen in laboratories. So it's very similar to what happens in human relationships as we intimate and we separate. We intimate and we separate. We're all over the place in love and relationships, okay? So, whether you're a solid, steady Capricorn or whether whoever else. So you'll see all of this play out in the cards, okay? So let's get on with it. Also, when you're doing this, I would invite you to bring in your invisible friends, your archangels, guardian angels, whoever you picture as your invisible friends from beyond the veil. And remember, the veil is extremely thin, and it's getting thinner and thinner, especially here at Tarot Lumination. So please understand that, and then we'll make this a team effort, because that's what we do here at Tarot Lumination, okay? It's very much a guided thing. I'm literally more or less nothing more than an interpreter, and it's like when things start moving, it's like I'm watching a little movie. My job is to narrate the story to you as it unfolds. And how you interpret it, that's your business, okay? We're not fortune tellers here. I'm not going to tell you how and when your twin flame is coming or why they didn't come or whatever. If you want to get into that stuff, you can get a personal reading or something. But right now, this is just an overview. Please think big and wide. Capricorns, you still got Pluto and Saturn sitting right on top of you all the way for a good chunk of next year, up till, towards the end of next year. So, that's a lot of pressure for all Capricorns. Let's just put that out there. Also, I'm not going to be dwelling a lot on the astrology. We just came out of March, which from my opinion was a very big gateway for everybody. If you're interested, check out the What Now playlist just recently added to the channel. And also allow that we just came out of the gateway. We're coming through it now, and it's opened up. Uranus is in Taurus at the 0-degree point, and we're opening up to this whole new journey. So for you, Capricorn, Taurus is in your 5th house. Okay? It rules true love, fun, happiness, romance, okay? Whereas your opposite house, 7th house, would be like Cancer. So this new ingress of a 7-year journey of Uranus into Taurus marks it's a huge calendar moment for all Capricorns. If you think of it as a 7-year journey unfolding, it's just a question of degree, the exact degrees of your Taurus points and your Capricorn points, okay? Anyway, here we go. I think we're pretty much there. Yeah, this is good. This is good. All right. So let's bless the deck. Bless every single card. Bless you, Capricorns, for being here. We're going to do this now. Bless Tarot Illumination and the whole channel and the platform. So what are you radiating over here? Think of yourself like a smartphone. Even in love and relationship, we are constantly transmitting and receiving energy. What about the other? Okay. What about deep inside of you? Deep inside of the other and then to the core of the relationship itself. Okay. So I'm hoping you can see the crucible shape here. There it is. And what is blossoming? Okay. Okay. What are you guys growing? This is a business. Capricorn, you would understand. You are the sign of business. Okay. So think of this as a private enterprise. You guys own this. It's a partnership. And, you know, so what is the nature of your crucible? Is it comfortable? Is it strong? Is it porous? Is it leaky? Does it have like 3 legs? Is it flexible? Is it durable? Anyway, let's get into it. We're going to look at this energy out here now. All of that stuff, I think of it as the weather. And you have the 3 of Cups. How sweet for you, Capricorn. My feeling is that in a very, very soft, gentle way, the energy of contentment, my feeling is that you are in a place now, Capricorn, where I don't know, no matter how tough it might have been for you or how tough it's going to be for you going forward, and you know the Aries season can be quite a challenge for you because it's on the angle. It's right on the angles, okay? All I'm suggesting is that you know, in the storms of life, sometimes we have little tiny brief reprieves where you can look up to the skies in your heavens and think, you know what? It's not that bad. And you have this energy of content, okay? Even if there's like the whole world is falling apart, even if there's like huge rifts in the relationship, problems with finances, home, kids, family, neighbors, the property, jobs, whatever it is, everything that could mess up a relationship. There is something going on which is clicking inside of you, even if it's very private and personal, subtle. Maybe no one else is noticing it, but to me it looks like, you know what? It's almost like I need a beer now. Oh, I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to toast myself first and foremost. I'm going to have a little party with myself to celebrate being me. And the fact that I've actually got this far in life and love and relationship, that this is actually happening, okay? So, on top of that, it's almost like, well, if anyone else happens to be around, I will break bread with you. I will raise my glass to you. In fact, why don't I just pour you one as well? And we can enjoy this little moment, this serendipitous moment of content. It doesn't mean necessarily blazing happiness or ecstatic joy or having won the lottery. It's just that feeling of like, you know, like when you have those evenings or sometimes and you just take your shoes off and you kick back, you put your feet up and you kind of go, sweet. And it's just for a moment. Even if every piece of evidence says something to the contrary, there's something going on here which gives you a hint, like a break in the clouds, where you kind of go, yeah, it's as good as could be. Like, you know, everyone else has got problems, I got problems, but I'm not going to let it ruin my happiness. Ka-ching. Cheers. What are you radiating here? Whoa. With the pentacles here, okay, this is an Ace of Pentacles, so it's a card of new starts, new beginnings, new opportunities regarding very tangible ways, measures of relationship. When I look at relationships, I think of the things that are really valuable, the things that are really, really important. Of course, money is important, security, stability, but I also think of things like fun, quality time, kindness, patience, adventure, good listening, good caring, being there for the other when they're having a really hard time, and enjoying the other being there for you when you're having a really hard time. Deliberately going out of your way to foster and nurture your own spiritual growth and health and well-being in the context of love and relationship, so that it not only benefits you, but it benefits the other. And you're seeing, my feeling is you're getting, just like we were talking about, the clouds breaking open for you in ways that you are sensing is actually very, very bountiful, very, very delicious, tangible, measurable, like evidence, like finally, I'm getting a hint. I get it. I kind of get it. Aha. Yes. We can do this. We have this. We have resources. We have time. We have quality time. If we don't have it, we're going to make it. We're going to take full advantage of all the opportunities of radical change, unpredictable change that are happening for primarily me, the Capricorn, in the context of a love and relationship, no matter how much it sucks right now, no matter what the challenges might be, there's definitely a gateway opening to new opportunity that is, let's say, radically new and different, and you smell it, you sense it, you can feel it to the point where, I mean, this sounds really like strange in terms of like the storytelling, but it would be like what I felt right now. It would be just a perfect excuse to just go up to the refrigerator, crack open a beer, and just enjoy it, stare at the clouds, stare at heaven, look at the world around you, or more sophisticated, your favorite cocktail, or maybe you like little cups of tea, or whatever it is, like the beverage of your choice. And you just toast yourself. You look at the world around you, and you kind of go, wow. It's amazing how all these synchronistic things happen in my life, including love and relationship. Now, what about the other? Okay, so with the Four of Cups here, there's a little energy of a bit of a struggle going on where they might be dealing with what I think of as the hangover effect from March, because from my perspective over here, March was very disorienting for a lot of people. There was that huge Pisces new moon early in the month, and then we had the, I think it was the 21st or something, when they had that like monumental full moon, which was the gateway period. Uranus into Aries and the Sun in Aries, Uranus into Taurus at the 0 point, and then Aries, Sun, and Libra moon at the 0 point. That's a lot of like fresh, brand new energy, kerboom, kerblam. But it was also in some ways very disorienting and very sad in some ways, because that Piscean energy typically touched anyone and everyone at some of their most delicate, painful, and sensitive and unresolved, unhealed parts of their lives. And my feeling is that you, Capricorn, are relating with someone who is, to me, almost like wounded and depleted, lost, because of, maybe it's just sentiment. Everything that coulda, woulda, shoulda have been in terms of their life, how they envisaged love and relationship to pan out. And whether they're with you or not, how the degree of commitment is sort of irrelevant here, because I'm seeing this as their own personal, private energy, almost like it's nothing to do with you. You still have the right to be you and happy and get the full opportunities of what's happening here. It's just that for themselves, my feeling is this is still very much like a huge hangover effect from the March energy and the Pisces new moon and that big gateway. And they're kind of almost realizing, you know, I used the storyline on that playlist about everybody getting off of a cruise ship and landing in a new place we've never been before. Tarot Lumination is the guide. Here's your brochure. Walk through the door over here. Enjoy the experience. Thank you very much. We'll see you back on the super yacht in about 3 hours. And then, so they're off. They go off and do that. They're just in the same line and queue in the crowd as everyone else with the Tarot Lumination Love Tribe. They go through the gateway. They go through their experience. And for some people, the experience would be dazzling. To me, it looks like their experience is like, my gosh, I'm realizing how much I missed in life, how much I lost, how much love I gave, and how much love I've lost. And so that would be their experience. And it's almost tragic for them. It's not the end of the world, but they're feeling it very, very deep down. They might not be showing it openly, even though this is very open energy. And in so doing, they get sucked in or lost into that world of like, woe is me. What did I do wrong? What's supposed to happen now? And then, of course, whenever I see this card, I try to remind people that energy flows where attention goes. So if the other party is, let's say, still like in the aftershocks or the hangover effect from March, and they haven't really climbed out of it, and they haven't been able to for whatever their reasons might be, and they're missing the whole point that love is still there. It's still right out there. It just is outside their field of vision because they're so preoccupied. And so it ends up that whether they like it or know it or not, the ability to love and be loved again is just a decision, because love is there. We're surrounded by it all the time. It's almost like, if you want to, you could see this as like a huge Ace of Pentacles for you and a miniature Ace of Cups for them. It's just that they're not quite clicking yet. So you might have a bit of, comforting to do, dear Capricorn, on the other party. For whatever it is that ails them, it's almost like, hey, it's not so bad. Come on. Come on. I'm content. I'm feeling okay. I don't have a problem with you. I don't have the problem with relationship. In fact, I see good things. I see dazzling opportunities, weird things that have never come to my consciousness before, thanks to the Uranus and Taurus thing. And I don't like to see you like this. Come on, hang out with me. Raise your cups. Join me over here with my cups. I have cups of love. You have cups of love. There's one over there sitting right there for you. It's full. Come on, toast with me. Come on and hang out with me. Not so bad. Aw. Okay? So that's the energy where you, dear Capricorn, and your strength and your opportunity could be very comforting to the other party who is struggling a bit, okay? They might need your affection, your attention, your quality time right now in order to evolve and grow and blossom and adapt, okay? Because they might not have it in them. They might need a bit of a wake-up call, a ching, bazing from you to trigger their decision to look at love from the position of happiness and joy and contentment, kindness and appreciation again. Okay, deep down inside of you, Capricorn, what's going on here? These are pentacles, so this is really good news as far as I'm concerned. Deep down, like, to me, it looks like you are realizing that you're starting to see the benefits of long-term behaviors, long-term patterns that are actually starting to work for you in love and relationship. For you, even though they might be struggling, you're definitely seeing, you're unquestionably seeing the gateways and how it's opening up for you new opportunities. Imagine, let's go back to that gateway story. You got off the cruise ship, you're inside the local museum of blah, 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 and everything's unfolding in front of you. And you're realizing, wow, if what you happens, people do that when they go on holidays. Parents take their little kids or their children to like museums and galleries and animal parks, aquariums, adventure theme parks, whatever it is, to open them up to potentials for joy and happiness and trigger the appreciation of life in the moment. So you're seeing that. I think here with the Three of Pentacles, you, Capricorn, are seeing like, wow, it's actually really, really cool. I am in a relationship dynamic that I've fostered and nurtured probably for a long time in some way, shape, or another, something that I've wished for, and I'm seeing the opportunity to grow and evolve from here, and I'm seeing how I've proven it to myself by being there for the other party when they're down in the dumps, where I have to be the architect and the master and let them know that, listen, there is a plan above and beyond what you might not understand. And I am here for you. All my capacities are here for you. And I can see you struggling with the tasks and the work of your life. And I want you to know that I appreciate you as though this card was yours for me. I appreciate you when you have been there for me in my times when I needed to have the architect of life assure me that I'm on path and that I'm doing my job okay. So I appreciate you. It's this mutually beneficial energy here. I can see, I'm just telling you while I'm having my beer, my glass of wine, my herbal tea, I'm just letting you know that I can see how the team of us is good, how we've built something together, and that I am worthy of you and that you are worthy of me. No matter how rough things might be right now, there is a component to our relationship that is noble, valuable, sturdy, and I want you to know that. So here, have a beer on me, have a glass of wine on me, have a cup of tea on me, okay? And everything will be fine, okay? So let's see if they start to climb out of this a little bit, okay? Over here, deep down, more pentacles. Okay, so with the Eight of Pentacles here, my feeling, Capricorn, is that, like, even though, like, in, like, day-to-day consciousness, they might be suffering emotionally, okay? But I think it's very much to do with their past, nothing to do with the present. They don't want it to contaminate the present because deep down, they know perfectly well that this is there. It's just that they're consumed, you know, like the hangover energy. Sometimes it's really, really hard to be happy when you have a hangover in life, like the hangover of life. And you just have to, like, gently ease yourself out of it, and then you get back to this perspective, okay? So I think they're personally struggling with that. It doesn't mean it's a hideous relationship or anything, or that they're just sad and miserable, depressed about you or the relationship. Deep down, it looks like they also see the benefits of long-term investment, of doing the work that counts in relationship, like being, in other words, like being there for you. All of that stuff is like an investment, putting the time into the relationship, putting the efforts, putting the things into, it's work, okay? It is work. Relationships require investment. You can't just get into a relationship to exploit the other or let them exploit you. That's not healthy. That's borderline abuse, and that will eventually lead to becoming unglued. This looks like there's really solid evidence of having invested in the relationship and continued investment in the relationship, and they are going to continue to invest in the relationship despite this, because they see and know the worth of it. They understand that relationships do require investments of time, putting some of their time specifically aside to, like, invest in, excuse that, it's a phone. I should be on the airplane mode, I'm sorry. So I'm going to ignore it. So it's worth putting the time into the relationship because they see the benefits, how it comes back to them and how it comes into the relationship. Think other things that are, you know, constitute an investment, like putting in the kindness, putting the effort to listen to your stories, understand your perspective, be there for in your moments of need, and, like, support you in your own goals, ambitions, and pathways, because they are probably appreciating how much you have meant to them and their own personal growth, you know, and maturation here, okay, at the deep core. So it looks like it's very worth their while, and they're very much invested in continuing, and they really want things to work. They want things. They're willing to do the work. They're willing to invest, okay? What about at the core here, okay? Because it looks like the relationship itself is looking to advance and to grow and to move into more peaceful pastures, and it's worth it. It's worth it for you. It's worth it for them. They can see, in other words, you know, let's get really specific here. Do you see this couple here? It's still a couple. And do you see all the work that you've done and that you're continuing to do? Do you see the work that they're doing simply by making the commitment to be there with you, even though they're probably not strong enough to contribute as much as they would like to right now, because they've contributed so much already? Deep down, they know it and you know it. So that represents great value. And the relationship is saying very clearly to you, the Capricorn, and to the other, like, the relationship, want you guys to come with me to new pastures, new lands, new ways of understanding, new opportunities of peace that we've never had a chance to enjoy before. And a lot of this is to do with our mindset, our attitudes that eventually become measurable in terms of evidence. In other words, making really, really bold decisions to do what has to be done in order to evolve, grow, and adapt, in order to blossom together. So that means the relationship is saying, it's like, hey guys, I am the relationship, and I'm saying through the evidence that you can see from having lived from you. In other words, this is quite complicated for me to try to put it in words, but the relationship is talking right now. It's saying, guys, I want you to understand that I understand you, okay? And I, the relationship, divinely ordained from above in one way, shape, or other, I want what's best for you. And that requires you to continue to make decisions that work for you guys together as a relationship. And the only things that really count are the real hard truths of a relationship. That the really valuable stuff is kindness, quality time, fun, companionship, affection, consideration, good listening, good speaking, being there for each other, okay? And making deliberate choices to only do what works and leave behind anything and everything that doesn't work. You know, there's so much drama in life, and people start to think that drama is life. It's not. It's like, it's a reflection of life coming back to you. It's like all the nonsense. It has no value. It has no substance. This is very much a relationship of substance here, but it is evolving, changing, and growing. And it does require continued commitment to stay on path deliberately, okay? So it means, to me, it looks like a lot of hand-holding here, Capricorn, where you're going to have to very gently take the other by hand and lead them through this gateway period that's unfolding through April, because it's a long gateway period. And, you know, be as supportive for them as they are for you. Because there's a very strong, to me, it looks like a very strong matching energy of commitment and investment here in the self, in you, and the relationship, in the self, and the other, and the relationship. Okay? So let's have a look. What about fermentation here? Good. Okay, so I feel that these two energies work very, very powerfully together, that you can see the gateway to new horizons. The relationship is showing all the hallmarks itself of opening up to new horizons where neither of you have been before, but you're already primed for this. You're already set for it. You've already done the groundwork, perhaps in this lifetime or in this relationship or previous lifetimes, to get to the point where you would understand what this really means. So it's deliberate choices to go forward in life with the Two of Wands energy here, knowing that in many ways, you don't actually know where this is headed, Capricorn. You have, let's say, evidence, proven evidence coming back at you that they are investing in the relationship and you. And so that inspires you to keep going. And vice versa, it works for them too, in that they are witnessing your energy of sacred opportunity, which must have been earned, otherwise it wouldn't be here. And they are very aware of your commitment to them and your commitment, and they are aware of their commitment to you and your commitment to them. And that all adds to the value, and the value triggers inside of you that energy of contentment. Go back to the very beginning, that sense of like, you know what? I need a beer. Honey, I need a beer. Honey, I need a glass of wine. Can I get you something? And they're off over here in their misery, their woe is me. They might not be obviously miserable, but it's just like, you know, maybe a bit sniffly, and a little bit weepy, okay? But they get it. They still get it. And it's almost like, to me, it almost feels like, okay, I'll act it out. Okay, I'll act it. It's almost, come on, honey, it's okay. Come on, my sweetheart. Come on, my sweetheart. We can do this. We've already laid the groundwork. I know you've put a lot into it. You know that I've put a lot into it. You're a witness to me. I'm a witness to you. Oh, you can tell? Because right now I'm really struggling. Oh, it's okay. I get it. I understand. But, you know, this too will change. You'll come out of it. You'll see. We're heading in new directions. We're heading towards peace. We're heading towards new adventures, new horizons that, frankly, neither of us have been to before. Really? Yes. I promise you, I can tell. I already know. I've already been doing all the work. And I see the gateway's opening. I hope so. Can you give me a hug? Can you give me a hug? Okay. Here you go. Thank you. It's all right. Shall I pour you one now? Okay. All right. Okay. Does that make sense, Capricorn? Can you see the kind of tone that I was trying to communicate there? Off to new horizons, new adventures. It's big. It's exciting. Okay? It might be a little scary for the other party. But the work is done. The foundations are laid. And the momentum is there. And there is joy. And there is contentment. Okay? For you and for the other. But you're going to have to hold hands. Okay, Capricorn? You're going to have to lead them a little bit here. All right? Thank you, Capricorn. I wish you guys all the best. I wish you all the best. Remember, it's not a couple's reading. It's all about you. You're the star, but we're allowing for the other character here. And bless you. Oh, another thing. Thank you, for subscribing. It really helps. And the likes and the comments. I read every comment. I reply as much as I can. Also, ultimately, the best way to say thank you is membership. Check out the links below, and you'll understand more. Check out the link for membership. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you, Capricorn. All the best.